Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! When we last left off, we have found our way into the basement of Titathum Palace. We first explored the soldiers' barracks, but today I want to put priority on finding the dungeon down here, because there is a really important book we're supposed to find. So let's go ahead and see if it's over in this direction. Perhaps right here. No, this is the armory. Yeah, we're not going that way yet. Let's try over here. That door is not locked. I'm looking for a locked door to use this dungeon key on. And I don't think this is going to be it. No, this is just the barracks again. We have wrapped around. Okay, well, maybe the dungeon actually is this way. Either that or there's going to be a battle this way. Wrong on both accounts. Well, we get treasure at least. Not that I necessarily need any. I'll go ahead and leave behind the Jackal elixir. I don't really need those. Where are those pocket anvils? There. I said I would get rid of them, and I forgot to. But now I remembered. Alright, well, apparently the dungeon is beyond the armory. That's not really where I would have put the dungeon, but, hey, this is Lord Duffrey's castle, not mine. There's the battle. Found those vultures we were warned about. That's definitely going to be attacking Glisa in the back. The zombie's going to be attacking Kristana, and the Wraith is going to be attacking Jareth. No, the Vulture's probably the biggest threat here. But it shouldn't be too difficult to take down at the very least. Still, though, let me think here. Jareth, you would cause neutral damage. But probably for the best that we have three of us taking it out right now. Because it's probably going to have plenty of health. I don't know that I'll be able to take it out before it can attack, though. Fibs is kind of slow. And the Vulture is kind of fast. Yeah, best to take that out ASAP. As for Glisa, well, there's no fire enemies here. So I guess you can just go ahead and use Glacier on the Shadow. I don't know that I necessarily want to use wings in this battle. All the enemies are spreading their damage around. Though there might be another spell I would want to consider. First things first, though, take down the main threat. We already took down the main threat. That was easier than I thought. Well, in that case, go after that. Not on yourself. Yeah, since the damage is being spread around between these two, I'll go ahead and take out that thing now. These other two enemies aren't going to be doing much. Don't miss. Good job. And the rest of this fight should be easy peasy. I'll probably go after the ghost first, since it is slightly stronger. And recover a bit of health with the cheese pizza. Okay, what's in here? This room is probably safe, since we already fought an encounter just outside the door. And sure enough, we're in the armory. Nothing here except old rusty armor. Well, not too useful for us. And besides, we've already got most of the best gear in the game. It was pointed out in the comments that it's a bit of a shame that the only equipment is in the shops. It would kind of be nice to find some potentially cool gear inside dungeons. But at least we have magic spells and treasures to find. Speaking of treasures, whoa! Check this out! There's a gold harp in this storage crate. The strings are still in great condition, too. Gold harp. A small harp made of gold with finely crafted strings. I wonder who in the armory was hoarding that. Because it's otherwise out of place in the armory. So, it was clearly someone's personal belongings. Got some long tunnels here. Again, ain't my castle. By the way, I was looking over my original playthrough. One of the first things I did in that playthrough was explore the world map. And along the way, I actually entered the Dragon Cave near the start of the game. Turns out you actually can enter that place early on. You can't get very far, but you could find some treasures. They're kind of... Actually, I can't remember if they are outdated at this point. I can't remember what they were. But potentially, yeah, there was some treasures we could have got there. Well, healing items at the least. Anyway, more books. Goody! This one is A Magical Winter. Kalisa, have a look. Is this going to be a stronger ice attack? Sure. Alright, open it and read the arcane words. And you have learned Blizzard. The book disappears. Whoa, that's one powerful snowstorm. Fire monsters, run for your lives. Giggles with a wicked grin. Jareth, sometimes I wonder about you. Just sometimes? Grins. So, Blizzard. A devastating snowstorm. More powerful than Glacier. So it takes 10 MP compared to 7. And a power of 24. Go figure we're learning that spell in a dungeon that is potentially resistant against that type of spell. But there are still some fire enemies in here. They aren't actually alive. They are skeletons. But they should probably still be worried. I don't necessarily want to get rid of all my Jagbo elixirs, but did I just replace a Jagbo elixir with a Jagbo elixir? Let's try that again, but better. I'm definitely going to be using more magic than I am taking damage. I'm pretty sure, anyway. Okay, hold on a sec. Before we proceed onward, while editing this episode, I noticed that there is this sign embedded in the wall. That is not normally a thing that you can do without some sort of trickery. What does it say? Did you look out? Well, let's move on and look out. Oh, something good must be in here. It's being guarded. Alright. We've reached the next level of battles being bosses. We don't even have a boss-like in this room. It's just regular enemies. Well, it's a good thing that we found that new ice spell, though. Well, water spell. Effectively ice. Alright. What is the best option here? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast Flash on Kristana. That'll make her turns come faster. Which is probably going to be a good thing because there's a reason why this fight is using boss music. All three of these enemies are going to be casting some powerful spells. Speaking of which, Blizzard. And I can actually take that out right now. So that'll be one less thing attacking us. From here... Oh gosh, y'all are still going after her? Oh, that is not cool. Now I'm gonna need something better. Does the Lilato heal HP? I want to say Lilato heals HP. I was wrong! So, Kristana, what sort of healing items do you have? You have the Lilato, which we now know isn't the bigger HP heal. Oh, this is not cool. Alright, we need to be on the defensive here a bit. And another jackboot elixir. Yeah, I definitely did not want to get rid of all our jackboot elixirs. Alright, we need to take out that vulture first. Well, you're not going to be able to do much against it. So take out the mantis since it is also trying to attack you. That is some blizzard. Okay, now you're actually going against Fibs. I guess because Gleese's HP wasn't as low this time. Alright, Vulture, you're going down. Okay, I feel a little bit less concerned now. I tell you what, though, that certainly explains why none of the earlier enemies here were using attack magic. All the magical enemies were down here. Okay. The rest of this fight should be a breeze. The shadows so far have never actually attacked us. Okay. So, what were they guarding? Obviously not just a profit elixir. A new spell and treasure. And is there anything in these? Hey, there's some Othla grass here. That's not as important. First we'll check this. Check out this nice bronze helm. With a bit of polish, it could be good as new. Bronze helm. A knight's helm made of bronze. I kind of, was able to figure that out on my own. Goody! Another book. A magical water skin. Kalisa, check it out. Sure. Opens up. Arcane words. Kalisa has learned the water spell Reservoir. A more powerful healing spell. In hindsight, I could have used Oasis during that fight. Oh well. The book disappears. A spell that creates a reservoir of power, allowing you to cast more spells before getting tired out. Wait, what? Is that why the monsters are able to throw so much magic at us? Must be. But now we have it too. We won't have to rely so much on Brofas and Lilatos. Yeah, FYI, Lilatos are MP healing. That reminds me, though. Jareth also has a magic-related spell. I need to experiment with that. First things first, though. Reservoir. Don't use it. Wait. It can be used outside of battle? How does it work? Creates a reservoir of magic. Character recovers magic power. For the cost of 4 MP, recovers 24. Are you kidding me? Hold on a sec. Hold on, I'm not getting something here. Oh. Kalisa's not recovering to full HP because she's using 4 MP. Kalisa's not recovering to full MP because she's using MP in the process. Still though, this is overpowered. I have found the most overpowered spell in the game. Well, in that case, I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of this. And then recover that back. And there we go. Okay. In regards to Jareth's spell, I'm going to try something in the next fight. Also, we are due for a save point. I know my RPGs well. Oh boy. We have found the dungeon. I do have time for this. Let's keep going. So, this is where... Ah! You ran into a trap. The party takes 10 points of damage. Well, I gotta say, anybody who's imprisoned down here is not having an easy escape.